Today we're going to be learning how to build a landing page using Bubble's new responsive engine. The new responsive engine is quite amazing, but it can have a steep learning curve. So we're going to build all these various sections in a landing page and see how it goes. All right, let's get started. So a landing page has many sections. We have the hero section at the very top. All right, the top hero section. We have the feature sections, different styles of feature sections. We have the different call to actions. Okay, we have pricing, header, FAQ, newsletter, stats, testimonials, for example. So we're not going to build all of them. I've built some sections already in Bubble. A hero, a logo cloud, a feature section, a testimonial section, and a call to action. All right. So this is going to be part one of 2 tutorials, and let's build this first hero section, these parts first, and then we'll get to the header, footer, maybe a pricing section in part 2 of the tutorial. All right. So new page, 1280. Let's say 1280. All right, so the page canvas that I like to use is 1280. Okay, we are going to be using a column layout. All right, and the height can be, it's going to be a large, so let's just go with 2000 for now. Okay, so let's see, group. First of all, we need a hero section. Okay, so we're going to call this hero. Our hero is a row type. Okay, and we're going to expand it left and right, and not a fixed width. I prefer calling them just 0 width and 1440 as a max width. I'll explain why we use this 1440 as a max width, but let me just lay down the structure, because I essentially I didn't want the page to extend too large. If it's a large screen page, just get max width 1440. Okay, so we have a row, an image on the right, text and the call to action section on the left. So we're gonna add 2 more groups. Okay, so we now have group hero, we have group left. This is going to not be fixed, it's going to be a column layout. The one on the right, not fixed, aligned to parent. So let's, I personally, instead of using image elements, I prefer using group elements. It just feels like groups have more flexibility once we want to sometimes add a bit of an overlay or some other button. So it's the same, you can get to the same result sometimes. All right. Okay, so this one needs a height. The height can be 640. Let me see. So we have 680. 80. This can be a full stretch, and this can also be a large width as well. This doesn't need to be a fixed width either. Okay, so both of these can have a min width of 360. So for responsive, and we do need a bit of margin. So this one needs a bit of margin from the left, and this one needs a bit of margin as well to keep these away. We need to move this into the center. Let's add those text elements first, and we add a couple of buttons to lay down our page structure. This is a row, and we have 2 buttons. We have a fixed height of 50, and what do we have here? So we're gonna place text here. It's gonna be, we'll have our style G9 W800 center 60 pixel, and we can make it not fixed width, and left, yeah, left aligned is better. Okay, and our secondary text can be okay, so this is a slightly different weight, left 20 pixel, left 20 pixel, this one. Again, expand, not fixed width, left aligned is okay. Okay, we have our buttons, we have a bit of gap from the top. Okay, so all of a sudden we have what starts looking like a hero section. Okay, so if I click preview, And let me see. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, it's on the left. So why is it on the left? Here you go. So alignment of the whole hero to move it to the center. We have our page itself has a bit of a background to it. So we'll add a background to the page. Okay. So what do we have? Let's go again. We have our group. Okay, we forgot to make the group G5. Let's see. Okay, now we're gonna get it. So our page is a column layout. Okay, we have the hero, which is a row. Okay, the row has two further groups, one on the right, one on the left. Okay, and the max width. Let's remove the max width and show the result so that you can see what happens here. It's just gonna expand too much. So this is what it looks like on a 1920. And if I go even larger, it's just gonna go too big. 1920, 2000, I have a different monitor. So let's just add a max width here. Okay, so we have the group on the left. We need to a large call to action, some buttons, some sign up. Let's get started. And we have another one here, live demo. And this is a secondary button style. And in this layout, I can kind of expand them a bit, left align them, or add just a margin. Okay. Let's increase the size of these buttons. Okay. This shouldn't be a fixed width. This can be fit width to content, and yeah, now we have a nice little hero section. Let's see how it looks like in the responsive setting. So let's add our responsive rulers, and not bad, but as you can see, we have the 40 pixel margin on the left is kind of messing up on responsive. But now with conditionals, we can tweak margins in conditionals. Okay, so we're gonna add a width conditional, current page width less than 768, and we're gonna change the left margin to 10 pixel. I'm just thinking. Let's see. I think it may make sense to have maybe, yeah, let's try with 10 pixel, maybe 20, but 10 could work as well. Yeah. So this little button is pretty good. You can check in the canvas what it looks like, and the current page width conditions also work in the responsive. So we need a right margin as well now in the image. So in the image, we can add a right margin as well, and we can also add a top margin just to give it a bit of a space, breathing room space. Okay. So in the previous engine, this was hard. We couldn't just tweak margin based on responsive. We had groups within groups within groups within lots of groups. But now it's just much easier to add a conditional and tweak properties. I'm just wondering if it makes sense to make this just 20 pixel each. But it's just a matter of preference. It's fine. 10, 20, both are okay. Yeah, can probably add a right margin to this one as well. So right margin 20. I'll just tuck them in. Nice and easy. So we do have what starts looking like a hero section now in our landing page. Okay, so fairly close to the original. Maybe gotten a few things different, but mostly there. In fact, this image, yeah, it could be centering the image and crop and resize and those types of situations. Yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to the next section. Okay, so the next section is what's called a logo cloud. I'm trusted by over 5 small businesses and all these different logo clouds. Okay, so this is let's start with a group. Okay, and we call this logo cloud. we remove the, we make it a column. Yeah, so what do we have? These two are in a column, but these are in a row. So the whole logo cloud itself is a column. Okay, so column, no fixed width, minimum 360 or minimum 0 can work as well. Do we expand or not expand? Yeah, expand should be fun, can be done as well. So what do we have here? Okay, let's see. Trusted by over 5 veteran developers. Can copy from here. Trusted by over 5 veteran, and the style is G6 W600 center 16 pixel. We can also remove the fixed width on this one and change the height to 0 pixel, so it hugs the text element. Overall, the logo cloud itself can have a 40 pixel, generous margins on a landing page. 40 pixel, 80 pixel, don't be worried about it. Okay, this can even be higher. We'll see. These are things that tune and you start getting an eye for them. Okay, inside our logo cloud, we have our row. Okay, logo row, and this is the one that has actually all the different logos. So we're not gonna make this minimum width 0, expand. Oh yeah, we needed a max width on the previous logo cloud to make it 1440. Yep, 1440. This one now, let's add, fix the height. 250 is too much, and let's make a group for one row and then copy paste it. Okay, so one group itself is 160 to 240. So this is going to be an align to parent. We want our logo in the middle. Okay, align to parent gives us a bit of flexibility in that logo sizes may shrink and grow. It is nice to have a same sized logo size, but let's see, 160 and height is 110. Okay, and we have 5 of these, so we have another, and what's this? Let's just make it, yeah, let's remove this 1 second. So 160 to 40, height 110, fit height to content, and we need another group element in the middle, okay, which has the actual logo. Okay, so the group element in the middle has the actual logo. Align to parent, center, not fixed height. This is 160 by 50 actually. All right, and loads of, yeah, let's center it. Let's remove the background, add an image. Okay, so if we add an image, what do we have in an image? Let's add a logo here. Okay, so we've uploaded a logo, we've centered the image and not cropped. So we have a very small, nice logo here now. Okay, let me see. So we have our 160 by 50, 160 to 40, 160 to 40, 110 infinite, 160 by 50. 160 by 50. Could make it fixed width. Yeah, probably fixed width the inner logo. I don't want it to shrink and grow. So let's copy this. Why is the, something got messed up in the row? Oh, we need to go inside the row. We're going in the column. Okay, for some reason our group has decided not to go inside the row. We'll cut it and we'll use the element tree to paste it inside the row. Yeah, you need to use the element tree when it comes to copy paste. Copy paste is much easier. It respects the layout. See this, I'm just copy pasting and it's respecting the layout. If you want 4 or 5, it's just easier, but you have to click in the group and copy paste using the keyboard, or click here and copy paste from here. Okay, so we have our 5 different logos, and let's just double check responsive a bit. Yeah, not bad, not bad. So the thing here to tweak is the minimum and the maximum. Okay, and align the row can be if we tweak this on the like spaced evenly, space between, it functions a bit differently, but the space around is the right one. Okay, so if we want it space around, then it tries to look more natural and kind of like snaps a bit nicely. Okay, we can add some more parameters here on each logo. Let me see. Fixed, this can be a fixed pair with 160 50 160 50. Let's change the logos, otherwise it's starting to look a bit strange if it's with the same logos. Oh yeah, the groups are wrong. I was wondering something's off here compared to the we just want a transparent group here. So let's see what this looks like here, and let's check our original reference for a bit. So trusted by 5, yep, that's the original, and trusted by 5 small businesses. We have some centering issue, but overall that's okay. So centering, I think the whole group is stretched. Yeah, the stretch was mistake. We should just center it. Center it, and then this will just move to the center. Hey, move to the center. Yeah. And if we add our responsive here, add some rulers here. Yeah. Pretty nice. I'm sure we can tune this up a little bit more. But why is this height too high? Let's just make it 0 and fit height to content. Okay, we have our height section now. We have our, okay, so we have our hero section, we have our logo cloud. What we want now is this feature section. Okay, so let's just start with it. This is, let's analyze this. First, we have a white background here, a full white. So we have a transition between the gray and the white, and then a gray. So we have a white background here, which expands a lot, full width. Column. So we have a text. Then we have a row with 4 different things. Then we have a row with 4 different. We should make one and then copy and paste the other. Okay, so let's see. Group. Okay, we'll call it the feature. Make it a column layout, not fixed width, 0. So in this case, we are going to not give it 1440. If we do give it 1440, what happens is something strange looking. Strange is a relative word though, some people may like it. So if we don't give it a, if we do give it a 1440 max width, we see these white, kind of this white section and then borders all around. So this kind of, these kind of bars on the left and right. So that's why we, when we have a different section, a section with the background which is in contrast to the page background, we're not going to give it a max width, so we don't shrink it. Okay, let's see. Group feature section, we had our text in the column. So we have text. All 3 are centered. What do we need here? So we have here, we are gonna add transactions in a different color. We can remove the height, call it 0, and we're not gonna make it fixed width. So we can potentially tune this to be G6 center 16 pixel. Why is it? Oh, fit height to content. Okay, so 40 pixels from the top should be fine. Okay, our next text is all in one platform. It's a different kind of weight. G9W800 center 30 pixel. We're also gonna not make it fixed width and just let it expand all the way. The next lorem ipsum that we have, also we're gonna no fixed width, expand it all the way, hug it correctly. Now in this instance we are not we need to center it, so we're gonna pick a center layout, G5 center 20. Centering is better, and I'd like to shrink it a bit more. Okay, so if we compare, this is a bit shrunk, it's not just full expand, so we're just gonna add some margin here, 160, 160. Yeah, it's a bit kind of condensed, maybe 180 even, slightly better. Can do more. 200, 200. Yeah. Okay, so we have our section, we have our the beginnings of our feature section, looking good. Instead of margin, so margins can act funny, we're just going to give it a max width and then center it. Yeah, this is how it's actually. So centered it and gave it a max width. So the min width is fine, min width's not that much of a challenge in this instance, but the max width is something good. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead to make this section. So this one's interesting. It's actually, okay, one group, one column here, then one column here. So this is a row group with two groups inside, column and icon here, and then this one's a column style group. Okay, so let's make this one at a time. Okay, so our group is gonna be row because we have the left icon and the right section. Okay, and what do we have? Another group which is on the left, and we have another group which is also, oh, this one went inside, so we need it based here. Okay, all right, so we definitely not fix with these things. Even if we do, let's call this group icon and group text. This one is feature 1. So if it's a fixed, is it a fixed? Is it not a fixed? Is it a fixed? Is it not a fixed? So we have group L row. We don't need the group, do we? Yeah, we may not need the group. We can just add the icon directly. So we can add the icon here. The icon accidentally went inside and we want the icon outside. So we're going to cut it. I'm going to place this using the element tree outside. Ooh, where did it go? Where's my icon? I'm not seeing my icon. Let's try refreshing the page a bit because that icon should be here. Group feature 1, icon. No, I definitely have an icon. Oh, oh, 1 second. The icon has. Why is this icon? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There it is. We're missing an icon. I'm gonna give it a bit of margin on the right, and the group text. Okay, let's just make it a column and avoid the fixed width issue. See, we have our let me just remove this. let's add our text elements and we'll start seeing the beginnings of a structure here. So icon text. Okay, so we have invite team members, and we have some lorem ipsum here, and we have the weight is different. So G9 left 16, G5 left 16, 18, G5 W500 left 16. Okay, so 18 pixels, 16 pixel, different font, same font, different weight. Let's remove our height. Okay, and this one can remove as well. This one can remove our height. Okay, so why do we have this width? Fixed width, not a fixed width. And fit width to content, or we should make it a, okay, what do we want in our feature section? So 1 2 3 4, our canvas is 1280, so we can go 1280 divided by 4, 320 max width. So we can go 320 max width. We also have a 240 min width. But why did this shrink? Okay, this also has a 320. Let's make it 280. Yep, we're on the left and the right. This one's too small. Here it is. Not fixed width. Yeah. So we have, let's add some margins all around. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Maybe this can do with a bit of margin from the top. This can do with a bit of margin to align the, oh, this one's supposed to be a check mark. Yeah, here it is. So let's see. Should it have a bit of margin from the left? Right now, I think it's okay. Let's see how this one section looks like first. It is tucked all the way to the left, but that's a separate issue. But individually as a section, I think it's fine. Okay, so time for so much easier with the new responsive engine. Oops. Okay, we didn't make the row. We were supposed to make a row, 4 of them in a row. Let's put them here. So yeah, the previous responsive made this stuff really hard, but now it should be, let's make our row first. Okay, we do have a challenge here. I won't go into it. If I group these like this, it will turn it into a fixed group and it messes up many things. Okay, I don't want, and if I go afterwards and make it a row, then it has to be a lot of tuning has to happen. So personally, I prefer not doing this. I'm gonna actually make the row itself separately and then cut paste things into it. It depends. If we don't have workflows, this can work. If we do have workflows, then we have a different issue. But let's see. So 400, 320. Let's see. 1 2 3 4. Control X, Control V, and we have them in a row. Okay. So the height can be 0. Hug this thing. The top margin, are we good? What is this row like? Let's look at the responsive tab. Yep, we're nice and fine. Yeah, we're nice and fine. We just want to tweak this max width setting. So for group feature row, we're gonna add our 1440 number, so this won't expand. Now this needs to be in the center as well. The new responsive tab is so much better. If it's just, you can work with it. You don't need to preview all the time. It's very much live. Yeah, this is working. Okay, so copy, paste. Oops, did that not happen, or did that? I'm wondering, did copy paste not work? Yeah, I think it didn't work. So copy, Does it work in the responsive tab? Oh yeah, paste doesn't work here. That's a UI builder action. Okay, today we learned. Here we go. So 2020 at the top. Let's the bottom one can have a bottom margin as well, 40 pixels. And we have our feature section, I believe. I mean, the text can change, of course, but the feature section. Yep, the text is different. Let me just scroll it a bit. Yeah, text is different. The spacings can be a bit different, but other than that, it's pretty good. Let's check responsive. Not a fan of this, but it's at a very kind of awkward resolution, if I'm honest. So this is gonna be laptops, which is fine. Some laptops, okay. And then very quickly, well, I guess with tablets will see it like this. They should see it like, like this actually. So we could potentially just couple these two, couple these two, couple these two, to improve the thing. But all in all, fairly happy with the result. Ooh, yeah, that's 343. That's just very small. I mean, 320 is iPhone S size, so we can tune the min bits here. But it's mostly okay. All right. So now for our testimonial. This one's a simple column layout. It's nothing much. Group. Okay. Column not fixed width 0. No, we don't even need it's gonna be centered. So this text, what is it? Is it image text? Image text. So this was image text row, image text. Okay. So where's the, we need a little group here which has an image, and we're gonna make it center the image. What size do we want this? 140 by something, 150 by something, 160 by 50, 160, 50, oops, not 650, 50. And let's not crop this, and we're in. So let's put it in the center, move this to the right, put it in the center, add some generous margin, and we need our testimonial text here in the middle. Remove the fixed width. You can remove this as well. You can add our text here, and the style is a bit more G524. That's our style here. So this one's too spread out, so we're gonna use the max width to an extent a bit here. Add some margin at the top, potentially, maybe. Workation for, let's see. Yeah, workation for, yep, we're here. And so this is an image and a text, so we need a little row here. I need another group. Okay, so this is gonna be testimonial row, center this. The height is, I believe, like 50. It's not much. Margin a bit from the top, a bit from the bottom. Let's add in, do we use an image or do we use a group? Do we use an image or do we use a group? I'll use a group again. Even though it is an image, I'm just gonna use a group. I personally like using groups with background images. So image, we add a person, person 12. Let's see. Yeah, border radius 25, and we have a round image. Okay, so we need a text. Okay, and in the text we'll have something, just black. The text can not be a fixed width. remove the height. I wish they would just default to 0 height, but I guess then they may not be visible. Something. I'll just center align this, and change the properties to be a bit kind of centered. What's going on here? Is it the oh, fixed width? Let's see, should it be fixed width? Yeah, it can be fixed width. This one is 250 by 50. This is too big. Yep, now we can make it, or center them. Yep, center is better. And some margin, maybe 10 pixel. Let's see, how does this look? Yep, I think it's good. A group here, a large text here, a row here, left, right, and we have our testimonial. Yeah, we have our testimonial. How does it respond? It's probably easy. There's not that many elements here, so like it's responsive. Can't really be that much. We could potentially add a bit of margin to these. 20, 20, make it like 320 min width, which will improve the responsive situation at the very edges, like these borders and margins. Yeah, that's here. So that's the same thing which is pinching us here at the very small end of the scale. The min widths are 360, I think, and they need to be 320. Okay, we have our testimonial section as well. So we went over hero, logo cloud, feature, and we went over the testimonial. Up next would be this call to action section. Again, it's fairly similar structure to the top one. At the bottom, just the colors are different, the text are different, and the buttons are different. Okay, so let's just copy our section for a bit and tune this up. So we have our first, the background needs to be different. Okay, so the background, let me just see, CTRO, what's the background here? Let's call this background. That's our background. Group call to action. What do we need here? We're gonna need a text here, ready to dive in, start your free trial. And we're gonna remove this style and just make it white. Make it white. Could potentially make a style as well, but let's see. Ready to dive in, start your free trial today. And we have another text element at the bottom, which is a much different kind of gray. It's a different color, and we have instead of this row we have a button. We need more space in our canvas, so let's go and make it 2500. Here we go. So we need a button, and the button is in the center. Let's give it some space, some style, white 16, sign up for free. Can be big, can be 200. And the text here is, let's see, text here is at the bottom. The colors are different again. So the colors are a bit different and the sizing is different. So I've been working with Tailwind a lot. One font but different weights, different shades, different color palettes. Their book refracting UI is pretty good as well. And overall, I just really like it a lot. Their approach to design, I think, is easy. They give like some principles, and once you apply those principles, you just have a nice, responsive, nice kind of nice UI just by applying those principles. So let's see, ready to dive in. What did we have? Ready to dive in, start your free trial, this section and this section. So is that done-ish? Yeah, I think so. What do we see in our previous one? We try and what were we building? We were building this. That's just the responsive change here. Okay, so we'll scroll down. Yeah, mostly there the text is different. The lorem ipsum is a bit different. This one's like shrunk a bit compared to that one. But other than that, does this have like, this has a max width to it. Yeah, not much. 640, 320 max width, then good call to action. All right, so hope this was useful. There are, of course, it's not complete. We have like pricing block would be an interesting one. Stats would be an interesting one. Pricing block is quite common. Then there's loads of things that you can put in a landing page. Less is more, generally speaking. But we do need a header footer. I mean, the header footer, without a header footer, it feels like a headless chicken or something. So, but I thought this would be nice for the first part of this tutorial, and I'll add some more sections to the landing page in the second part. This does take quite a bit of time to prepare ahead of time, do record, upload and everything. So if you do like it, then please do follow on YouTube or Twitter, ZubairLK_NoCode. I'm on the Bubble forum as well. And add a comment in the video as to if you want something specific, a specific UI pattern in the new responsive engine, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. All right. Thank you very much and bye.